So Assassin's Creed 3 has a release date of October 31st, 2012.
Okay.
So it's pretty soon. The year's shaping up to look good. We've got Bioshock Infinite, Halo 4, and Assassin's Creed 3. It's looking like it's going to be a very good end to the year. So it sets place in 1753 to 1783, long period of time.
So we're going to get...
in America, point that out.
Yeah, East
Coast.
That's
important.
Colonial times.
Yeah.
Question is, are we going to get another 50-year-old assassin by the end of it?
Hopefully
it's a long
not.
period of time.
So unfortunately, Desmond is back.
It's not an unfortunate...
I don't know why you quite
I quite like him.
I don't like him at all.
I think it's a good side story, to be honest.
He's in the Animus 3.0. He's no longer in a coma.
Yeah.
He takes on the role of Connor. So we have Altair, Ezio, and Connor, whose mother was Native American and father was English. Chris, you pointed that out, speculating.
Yeah, that was
excellent.
Yeah. That was a bit of foresight there.
So the main characters are going to be George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Charles Lee. Apparently Franklin's going to be taking on the role of Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, they always need a scientist.
And it makes sense for him to be
that's the one for the time.
Okay. You'll be able to upgrade and strengthen your equipment like you were in the previous ones.
Cool.
You can hunt animals now. You can sell their pelts and also earn money and survive.
Right. It'd be nice to see what they do with that, like whether you actually need that money from that.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like Red Dead Redemption, kind of?
Maybe.
Or is it going to get to the point again where you're bought everything in the entire world and you're receiving a massive income for every hour?
Yeah.
Do you think that is one of the threats, that it's going to be compared very heavily to Red Dead Redemption? Or maybe not.
Different time period.
Different, yeah.
And different area. And very different.
There are going to be different weather effects depending on if you're in winter or summer, which is kind of cool.
Makes sense.
The map is 1.5 times larger than Brotherhood.
Well, which is good because it wasn't that big anyway.
Just a thought, because they've said there's different weather effects depending on winter and summer. Does that mean there's going to be continuous time, or is it going to swap between times depending on where at the story you're
Possibly. I'm more looking forward to saying if there's a heavy snowstorm, you're using the snowstorm as cover, more tactical elements of using the weather.
That's cool.
I'd like that idea. So between 1753 and 1783, there are quite a few events, historical events such as the Great Fire in New York and Winter at Valley Forge, and also 1753 is known for the French and Indian War, and 1783 is the Treaty of Paris, which ended the American Revolution. So it's quite a heavy event-based time period.
It should be quite interesting to see. I mean, from a different perspective.
I like the fact that you've got Native American and sort of English tie-ins as well.
Yeah. I mean, usually these sort of games are set around an RTS system, so this is probably one of the first times we're going to see this from a third-person perspective.
So just to nail in everything we've been talking about, here's the trailer.
Determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. Our cruel and unrelenting enemy leaves us only the choice of brave resistance or the most abject submission. We have, therefore, to resolve to conquer or die.
So that was a sneak peek at the trailer. Full trailer is in the description, so it's down there. So will this be the game that brings you back to the Assassin's Creed franchise? Because personally, I've been put off it lately. Revelations really didn't appeal to me.
I know exactly what you mean. They've just been releasing game after game after game without much variation. And it can only go so far.
Definitely. So I don't think I've been this excited about Assassin's Creed games since
Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the next big entry in the series.
I think this might be the one to bring me back a little bit. Hopefully,
This is something to get excited about, I reckon.
Definitely.
I mean, the massive step up between Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2 was crazy. Assassin's Creed 2 was better in every possible imagination.
Definitely.
And maybe we can look at it like Brotherhood and Revelations. We're just testing the water a bit for something new.
Okay, maybe. So So we saw a lot of things in that trailer.
Yeah.
First off, tomahawks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Who doesn't like a good tomahawk?
Oh, yeah.
As popularised by Call of Duty Black Ops.
Although, are they replacing the hidden blade? You know, we didn't see any of the hidden blade.
I think it's more like a sword replacement, to be honest. Tomahawks aren't that. He's got 2 of them. They don't look that stealthy.
I guess so. But you know, the fact is, this is the first Assassin's Creed trailer where we haven't seen. Yeah,
Hidden Blade has always been very prominent.
It's very iconic of the Assassin's Creed franchise.
To be honest, it's more to go along the lines of Assassin's Creed to go, okay, he had 1 Hidden Blade at one point, 2 in the second one, why not give him 3?
So
give him one in his
hat.
So, deferring from the trailer, co-op has been confirmed
which
for
is
Assassin's Creed
great.
3, which is interesting.
You don't like the idea of this, but you don't like Desmond, so you can't talk.
I think the idea for an assassin is they should be an individual. I didn't like Brotherhood because you were training up teams. I just really didn't like it.
In other words, you didn't get it.
I just didn't enjoy it.
In other words, they did rip off Peace Walker with their training. But when it comes down to it, he's an assassin guild leader. He's supposed to have a team of assassins, and who doesn't want to collaborate with one of their friends, like stalking a target? You could take out guards like simultaneously and stuff. We've seen this done in Splinter Cell Conviction, and that worked amazingly.
It was good. So another fact for you: they've beefed up their game engine, so it can now hold 1,000 people on screen at once.
It's not something that I think is gonna change the game. Really,
that's a lot of people to murder.
That's
a long rhythm-based action.
Yeah, but it's a great bit.
Hints at big battles, but that's not what I want.
I don't want big battles. I think they've gone too crazy with the massive set pieces.
Yeah,
you should make your own set pieces.
Okay, maybe.
The first one, you were sneaking around behind executions and getting the guy in front of a bunch of them. It was like a cutscene that you'd invented yourself.
Now, there's a famous saying that you could go from Pacific to Atlantic without ever touching the ground, because that's how woody the whole of colonial America was. Now, are we excited about being able to climb trees?
I think
any climb tree mechanic that's been implemented in any game has always been shit.
It is just appalling, because trees have hitboxes that are irregular.
Yeah.
They can't decide whether or not a branch can hold your weight or something. Are we going to have trees that bend slightly under Connor's weight? How's it going to go? I mean,
and will we see cut and paste trees? That would be quite cool as well.
Because they're a place. One of the great things about doing it in Renaissance Italy, there's a lot of fantastic buildings to climb.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. Well, I haven't been to Renaissance Italy, but I've been to Italy, and the buildings there, they look as though they could be climbable.
They've got handhelds.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
it makes sense that Ezio can climb them. But
yeah, because in colonial America there aren't massive cities, are there?
There's no skyscrapers.
What I think I'm going to miss actually is Leap of Faith.
Yeah.
There's no sign of a leap of faith,
and
there's
nothing you could jump.
It's not
a redwood, maybe.
It's not that dramatic to jump off a tree.
So it'd be nice to see it implemented like it was in the trailer.
Yeah, definitely. That free running, that's what I love about Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah.
It's just,
that was always one of the big things about it. I mean, it's probably the best free running game bar Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. It's an interesting period nonetheless. Really, really interesting. So much is going on. Do you think Native America is an untouched source of potential?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's about...
There's only prey is the only one.
This was quite literally... I told you before, this is my niche in the market that I was going to exploit later in life, and they have ruined it for me.
Fair. Are we intrigued by the origins of this assassin?
Because his parents were English and Native American. For some reason, he's murdering English people.
So is he going to inherit it from his dad?
In the trailer, Well, you can take it from a fact that English people are most likely to be Templars in this situation, because we had kind of a religious nutjob society at the time.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that wraps up everything. Any last points from you two? You're really excited.
Yeah, excited.
So your question comment is...
We didn't mention revolvers and bow.
Oh, yeah.
And revolver. Yeah, so you get 2 revolvers.
You get 2 revolvers and a bow for stealth.
It's going to be good. Yeah. This game's going to be good. So your question comment for today is, if you could take the Assassin's Creed franchise and drop it in any time period in history, where would you take it?
Good question.
Yeah. Good one.
So
I'd see it in Egypt, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nice. So remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you on Thursday.